Border Collies are often called the smartest dog breed in the world. And yes, that reputation exists for a reason. But smart dogs don't always make life easier. Sometimes they make life very efficient, and sometimes they make it very opinionated. So if you're thinking about getting a Border Collie, yes, or you already live with one, this video is about what that intelligence actually means for your daily life. One quick history and appearance. What created this breed? Border Collies originally come from the border region between Scotland and England, where they were bred to herd sheep, often for long hours across large areas with minimal human instruction. Their job wasn't just running, it was decision-making, reading movement, anticipating direction, and responding instantly. That background explains almost everything about the breed today. Their focus, their energy, and their need for purpose. Color-wise, black and white is the classic look, but you'll also see red and white, wheaten, chocolate, blue merle, tricolor, and some rarer variations that make people stop you mid-walk. For eye colors, there are brown, blue, or even one of each, sometimes giving them that intense, "what's the job?" stare. It's not a cute look, it's a performance review. So yes, they can look elegant, but that coat and stare were built for working long days outdoors, not just posing for Instagram, even though they're very good at that too. To size and space, what it feels like at home. On paper, Border Collies are medium-sized dogs. Average height is around 46 to 56 centimeters. Males usually weigh approximately 14 to 20 kilograms, while females are slightly smaller. Compared to other popular breeds, Border Collies are smaller than most German Shepherds, Labradors, and Golden Retrievers, similar in mass to a standard poodle, and bigger than French Bulldogs or Dachshunds, but not by huge margins. But size on paper and size in your house are two completely different things. Real-life scale looks more like this. On your sofa, a Border Collie usually claims one full seat, sometimes two. On your bed, they sleep diagonally, regardless of their actual size. In your car back seat, one fits comfortably, two start negotiating. In your boot, doable, but not exactly grab and go. If you also have cats at home, congratulations. They won't sit on your cat. They won't bite your cat. But wherever your cat is, your Border Collie knows and is supervising. They don't dominate space physically. They just occupy it very confidently. 3. Energy level, what high activity really means. This is where Border Collies really separate themselves. Most Border Collies need around 1.5 to 2+ hours per day of combined physical exercise and mental stimulation. For many individuals, and sometimes even more. That usually includes 2 brisk walks, 20 to 40 minutes each, running or off-leash time if safe, training sessions or puzzle games, agility or herding type activities. Without that, the energy doesn't disappear and it just finds its own job. And Border Collies are very good at inventing jobs. Compared with other popular breeds, they're usually less extreme than high-drive Australian Shepherds, Heelers, or Jack Russell Terriers, but more demanding than Labradors, Golden Retrievers, French Bulldogs, and Beagles. If Labrador energy is a joyful toddler, a Border Collie is a curious engineer who forgot lunch and started reorganizing your life. Barking and noise, city and suburb reality. Border Collies are not usually constant barkers, they're more reactive than noisy. The common triggers include wildlife in the yard, magpies, possums, cats, front door activity, delivery, postmen, couriers, sudden unexpected noises. Compared with other popular breeds, they're usually quieter than Beagles, more reactive than French Bulldogs and Golden Retrievers. Not typically as loud as some terriers, but definitely responsive. They're not neighborhood screamers. They're more like a notification system with opinions. With proper training and structure, many Border Collies are fairly quiet. 5. Shedding and grooming. Border Collies have a double coat. Now, so yes, shedding is part of the deal. They shed moderately year-round, with heavier shedding during spring and autumn. Compared with other popular breeds with double coats, Border Collies are similar to Labradors and Golden Retrievers, but more than French Bulldogs or Poodles. Regular brushing keeps things manageable and reduces loose hair around the house. Skip brushing, and your vacuum will start asking for a raise. 6. Friendliness and protection. Well, Border Collies aren't guard dogs, but they definitely notice things. Because they're smart, they pick up subtle cues faster than most dogs and then report them. A Border Collie won't charge the mailman, but it will generate a 2-hour internal report on whether the mailman seemed suspicious. Compared to other top breeds, they're less protective than German Shepherds, which are classic guard types, while more alert than French Bulldogs and Poodles. Socially, Border Collies are very bonded to their owners, affectionate with family members, and often great with kids. However, supervision is important. They are polite, sometimes maybe reserved with strangers, and generally fine with other dogs. Puppy school and obedience training make a huge difference. Not because they are difficult, but because they learn patterns faster than most dogs. 7. Food, cost, and daily logistics. For their size, Border Collies are fairly efficient eaters. Typical food intake is around 250 to 350 grams dry food per day, varies with activity and brand. Compared to popular breeds, they eat less than Labradors or Golden Retrievers, but more than French Bulldogs or Dachshunds. And yes, more food generally means more poop. Not extreme, but you'll notice if you skip a walk. 8. Training difficulty, ranking compared to popular dogs. Border Collies are famously easy to train, and that's mostly true. If dog intelligence were education levels, Border Collie is a PhD, German Shepherd has masters, Labrador and Golden Retriever get bachelors, Beagle is a high school graduate, French Bulldog finishes technical diploma, and Afghan Hound is still deciding a major. Border Collies pick up commands quickly, but they also get bored of repetition fast. So training isn't hard, keeping things engaging is the real challenge. 9. Who they suit best and where they struggle. Border Collies tend to shine with active families or with structured lifestyle. Owners who enjoy training. People with time for exercises plus mental games. However, if your lifestyle is low energy, long hours away from home, little interest in training, Border Collie might feel demanding. That doesn't make them a bad dog, or you a bad owner. It's just a mismatch. Border Collies are intelligent, loyal, and incredibly rewarding for the right owner. They're not about perfection, they're about engagement. If you want to meet them halfway, believe me, they will give a lot in return. If you already have a Border Collie, share your thoughts or your loved one's story in the comments. Thank you for watching. Peace and love. See you next time.